Hello, Magicasters of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 45th episode of our second level spell series. Today, we're going to be taking a look at an incredibly potent yet often overlooked and underused spell. Today, we're looking at locate animals or plants. It is usable by the Bard, Druid, and the Ranger, and it is found in the good old Player's Handbook. Now this is one I've never actually seen used in a campaign before, but I can guarantee you in one of my future one-shots I am certainly going to be playing one of these. In any case, let's take a look at the mechanics so we can understand exactly how this spell works. So the effect at a glance is as followed. Find a plant or beast within 5 miles that matches a description or name that you provide. The cast time is 1 action and it can be ritual casted, so that's an additional 10 minutes, but no spell slot used, which is fantastic. The range is self, but the actual area of effect is 5 miles, which is absolutely incredible. The duration is instantaneous. The components are verbal, material, and somatic. If you're curious about that material component, it is a bit of fur from a bloodhound, which obviously makes a lot of sense. And the school is Divination. Now, needless to say, this sounds pretty dang cool, but let's go over the full description and I'll explain to you why I think this is kind of game-breaking in a little bit. So the description reads as followed. Describe or name a specific kind of beast or plant. Concentrating on the voice of nature in your surroundings, you learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles if there are any present. Ho mama, that is one heck of a range, and it's pretty accurate too, because it tells you both the direction and the distance, which should allow you to pinpoint its exact location in that current moment. So it would make a lot of sense to dispatch a familiar just to verify it, but we'll get into that in a little bit when we talk about the alternative uses here. Something else I would really like to point out is the fact that it is ritual casted means it can be cast pretty much whenever you feel like, consequence free, which is pretty cool, especially for a spell of this particular type. Now let's take a look at some alternative uses here and think a little bit more creatively on how to use this spell. So I think a great way to use it, especially during those early levels where you're kind of broke all the time, would be to use this as a way to generate revenue. You know, find rare plants and animals and sell them on the black market or open market or to various vendors. I think that would be super cool, and I would certainly allow that in my games. Also, this is a potentially game-breaking way to use this, but technically speaking, let's say you run into the BBEG at like a kind of introductory encounter, like they just show up to introduce themselves, say that no matter what you do, you'll never be a threat to them, hit them with the good old bad guy spiel, and you are able to stealthily throw some form of a sticky seed or something of that nature onto the bad guy. All you would have to do is just kind of walk around and cast the spell periodically and look for that particular kind of seed, and if you were able to find the bad guy that way, that would be pretty freaking cool. That would also work really well with spies, assassins, things of that nature. A little bit game breaking once again, but still pretty cool. A great way to use this would also be to make maps. If you are skilled in kind of nature and if you know what plants grow where, it could give you a great way to find things like a fresh water source or volcanic soil or swamp, things of that nature. And like that all kind of makes sense. Also, now that I'm actually thinking about this, you could really use this as a great way to fortify your camp. For example, now this is kind of loose because the way the spell's worded, it doesn't say exactly what you have to describe. So you could be like, any beast capable of harming me within 5 miles of me, let me know where the closest one is. Something like that, and the spell may or may not work. Something you need to talk with your DM about, how much information they need to be provided with. But it makes sense that if you're a druid from a druid grove and if you spent your whole life trying to collect and catalog various beasts, that you would know which beasts were native to which areas. So I don't know. Once again, run that past your DM, see what they think, but it could be a great way of just understanding what you're going to be dealing with in the near to distant future. That being said, if you have any alternative uses, ideas, concepts, questions, comments, concerns, please put them down underneath in the comment section. I really do appreciate it. And if you like that cool hand-drawn Warforged and you'd like your own hand-drawn D&D picture, please check out the Guildhall to figure out exactly how to do that. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, and as always, happy casting.